Reports of unrest in Manipur just emerging. The curfew relaxation in Imphal has been cancelled. The police, according to our reporter Ratnadeep, has had to fire in the air, particularly as a mob tried to snatch arms. These are the reports that are emerging. Police sources have confirmed that few civilians have also sustained some injuries. Cookies have demanded for the withdrawal of the state forces at Moreh. Ratnadeep Chaudhary joins us at this point. Ratnadeep, what are the details that we have? What is the situation now?
Well, at this moment, as we speak, we are told that the situation remains very tense, although police forces are telling us that they have the situation under control. In this evening, what had happened is that a mob had tried to loot weapons from the armory. This is something that we had seen in past as well in this months of violence and unrest that Manipur has seen since May 3rd. And therefore, when these attempts were made, the police had to retaliate. That's what police sources are telling us. They had to fire in air. In fact, a lot of local journalists that I spoke to, they also said that they were taken aback because there was no curfew and suddenly this firing took place. And therefore, the curfew relaxation has now been cancelled in Imphal, the state capital. In fact, today, the family members of the police officer who was killed yesterday in an attack by suspected militants, they had finally agreed to accept his body. His body was cremated. He was cremated today, and meanwhile, the state forces were able to enter Moreh in the early hours today, and then operations have started. But this is something which the tribal groups are doing, and therefore several tribal groups from the Kuki Zomi tribes, the Kuki Students Organization, the Committee for Tribal Unity, KOTU, they have called for a 48-hour ban in the Kuki Zomi dominated area. That means there would be ban in the tribal area. So this is something which is seen as a escalation since yesterday after fragile peace we saw in Manipur at least for a month.
Ratnadeep, thank you very much for those details. Unrest being reported out of Manipur yet again.
A key target of the Israeli military is Hamas's vast network of tunnels in Gaza. Raf Sanchez was able to accompany an IDF unit inside Gaza.
Several miles inside Gaza, Israeli forces are on high alert. At first, it's not clear why. Nothing in this devastated landscape looks like it could challenge their overwhelming firepower. But for Israeli troops, the threat is coming from below. Squads of Hamas fighters bursting out of tunnels to mount ambushes like this.
They're coming out, they're shooting you, going back to the tunnel, and then running to another tunnel.
NBC News was granted rare access inside Gaza by the Israeli army, following combat engineers tasked with blocking the tunnels and stopping the attacks. As a condition of joining them, we agreed to blur some faces and to show Israel's military censors our raw footage, though not our final story. Nearly 1 month after Hamas terrorists stormed out of Gaza through this border fence, we joined a column of Israeli troops heading the other way. Our first stop is one of the only houses in the area still standing. The family kitchen is abandoned, but the backyard holds a secret.
This is the entrance to one of dozens of tunnels they've found in this area. They say it's about 15 yards deep, that Hamas fighters popped out to ambush them from it, and that their mission is to destroy this tunnel and all the others across Gaza.
It's no easy task. Israel says there's a vast network of tunnels concealed beneath civilian areas.
They now hide under schools and under hospitals because they know that we, as the Israeli Defense Forces, we will not attack hospital, or we will not. But this war will be different.
Israel claims it has no choice but to strike in densely populated areas, but the toll on Palestinian civilians has been devastating. Not far away, Major Mayan Mullah leads us through the ruins of a beach resort.
We found out 3 tunnels that connected to each other.
Their solution is simple. Graffiti here reads, "Return the hostages." Every tunnel a possible site of captivity.
Have you seen any sign of the hostages?
No, unfortunately not yet.
A search that continues ever deeper into the Strip. Raf Sanchez, NBC News, Northern Gaza.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.